So the quality of this t-shirt looks really good actually, and that's what you want. If you're going to spend £47 on a charity t-shirt, you want it to last and you want the quality to be nice. Now the printing's really good. Let's see what it looks like on, because actually that's the most important thing. You want it to fit and feel good on. So let's try it. I actually think it's quite a nice fit. Hey guys, Simon back again. Now, in the last video, I set the scene to start talking about changing the conversation on nutrition for older cyclists and get you to think more about what, how, and why you need to eat differently from the mainstream diet paradigms such as fasting, keto, high fat, or just thinking about your diet as a fat loss diet. I talked about calories and why you shouldn't drive a hard calorie deficit, why fasting may not be the best idea when we want to try and hold on to lean muscle mass, and why we need to sit protein at the top table. Now look, if you missed that video and want to watch it, all you need to do is go here. Now this time I'm going to talk about the performance and health benefits of fats and carbohydrates. And like the last time, at the bottom of this video, I'll put in some links to studies and evidence-based articles so that you know I'm not just plucking this from thin air and have researched it. So, as I like to say, let's get into it. Righty, so let's jump straight into it and talk about fat. Now look, fat helps you protect your immune function, helps you produce recovery hormones, and is a precursor for sex steroid hormones, and has been shown to improve mitochondrial health, which is important as we age, and it protects us against anabolic resistance. The point I'm trying to make is that it's an important macronutrient for health. Now, I'd suggest that you aim for a diet that's rich in monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats with a little focus on omega-3s. In terms of food, think of things like salmon, mackerel, olive oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds. The minimum recommendation for fat is around about 15% of your total calorie intake, and for hard training cyclists, I'd recommend aiming that higher at a more moderate intake between 22% to 32% of total calories. When it comes to omega-3, EPA and DHA, aim for about 500 milligrams per day. Considering fat is essential for health and all the things I've just discussed, I think it's important that you don't go below these numbers. Now here's the probably controversial part of this video that some may not like, but frankly, you kind of need to hear. When it comes to performance, it's been shown that high-fat diets are not superior to higher carbohydrate diets. Yes, okay, so look, high-fat diets can help you up-regulate blood lipid oxidation, but it can also down-regulate carbohydrate oxidation, which is an issue if you're trying to train really hard. And if we step away from that conscientious debate for just now, when it comes to performance and health, eating a broad range of whole foods, including fat and carbohydrates, and fueling adequately for the training demands and for your recovery means that you have the best of both worlds and a really good relationship with all foods. Righty, let's start talking about carbohydrates. Now, there are a lot of people out there that will say that we don't need carbs in our diet for performance, and guess what? They'd be wrong. Maybe though they have that confused with you don't need carbohydrates to survive. And on that matter, they'd be absolutely right. You don't. However, if you want to train and perform and look your best, you might want to keep listening. If you want to maintain or grow your ability to ride fast and climb fast as you get older, your training has to include quality training sessions such as VO2 and threshold training. And carbohydrates are essential for this kind of training, whereas exclusively high-fat diets just don't deliver for those kind of training sessions. Carbohydrates are also muscle sparing, and what that means is that if we eat adequate carbohydrates in your diet, you'll retain more muscle. And very low carbohydrate diets have been shown to increase exercise, immunodepression, and raise the catabolic stress hormone cortisol, which is not good if we're trying to maintain our performance, hold on to lean muscle mass, and stay healthy. High-fat, low-carbohydrate diets have been shown that you lose a fraction more weight, but high carbohydrate diets help you retain more lean muscle and have a positive change to body composition. So AKA, you have less body fat and more lean muscle mass. Complex whole food carbohydrates such as beans, whole grains, vegetables and oats also have health benefits. For instance, they help us maintain digestive health as they have good fiber and prebiotic fiber profiles which can improve gut health, stool movement, and there is good evidence that they have favourable effects on blood lipid profiles. Again, you can see why I think older cyclists should be thinking about their diet differently and not following the mainstream trends and eat in a way that helps us fight our age-related decline, supports our training, and promotes really good recovery. Look, help me out here. If you like what I'm talking about and you think, actually, do you know what, I want to learn a little bit more, hit the subscribe button, tap the bell to stay in touch, and please share this with your cycling friends. Righty, so let's talk about some recommendations for carbohydrates in training. Now, low volume to moderate intensity, you should be sitting between 3 to 5 grams per kg of body weight. When it comes to moderate volume to moderately high intensity, between 5 and 7 grams per kg of body weight. And when you're training with high volume and high intensity, anywhere between 8 and 12 grams per kg of body weight. And crucially, a minimum of 1.2 grams per kg of body weight when we're doing very light training to maintain our health. Righty, so let's start wrapping up. When it comes to diet, there are some mainstream strange trends out there that we just need to be aware of that don't really work for us as we age. I think what we need to be focusing on is keeping protein at the top of the table to support our training and recovery. We need to make sure that we eat enough mono and polyunsaturated fats for health, and we also need to make sure that we're eating quality amount of carbohydrates to drive training quality and support lean muscle mass and also our health. And I don't think that going crazy low calorie or focusing on a really polarized diet towards high fat or even excessively fasting over time is a good idea for all our cyclists. Righty, that's it for today. If you want to learn even more, check out the links in the comments below. And if you like this video, please share it with your cycling friends, hit subscribe and tap the bell to stay in touch. And I'll see you guys next time. Look, thanks for watching. It means a lot. Cheers.